Everybody turn off your cell phones, please. Put them away. Be nice. Any respect. I love you all. Alright. Well, as some of you can see, the Hope for Hunter t-shirts are in. So yay for that. For those of you who did not order one ahead of time and want one, I believe that Rachel, stand up Rachel. Rachel has extras, they're $15 and they are to support our Hope for Hunter.
You might want to stand on a chair, we can't see you.
You should buy one.
Buy one.
And Hunter's here tonight, so give him another round. I'm sorry, I forgot to remind you guys to bring your dollar, so hopefully you remembered. I'm going to set this around. I don't know. You remember, please give to the fund.
I was just telling you it was there.
Alright, we want to give a shout out to Blaze and Montel's Pizza for feeding us tonight. Let them know they're loved, okay? Go there on Friday nights even when you're not here and frequent the business, okay? Keep them in business. However, I would like for you guys not to eat during the meeting, so we don't have to listen to all your chomping and papers and things like that. So you can eat as much as you want when we're done, okay? So, this is a very important week. Why?
Lauren's
Birthday, yeah. So, we're going to sing happy birthday to Lauren and to the other special people who have a birthday this week. Katie. And Sarah. No?
Yes, her birthday is right now. I'm thinking right now.
Your birthday is right now today. Stand up.
Stand up.
Anybody else have a birthday this week? Hunter, your birthday too? Is it your birthday too?
It's a form of art.
Oh, you can sing it next week. We'll sing to you next week. So let's sing really, really loud for these three lovely ladies. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, rise above us. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, y'all was getting a little weak there in the third verse, okay? I had to tell you to do something. Alright, congratulations to everyone who's having a birthday this week. I would like to know, do we have any newbies here tonight? We do. We have one.
Nick. Yeah.
Nick? Come on up, brother.
Serious?
Y'all, this is one of our friends that we met at the blind school yesterday. His name is Nick.
Yeah, I started that.
And what grade are you in, Blake? He's in 10th grade. Give him a hand.
All right.
So we are happy to have one of our newbies. Actually, he's not really that much of a newbie because I guess Chelsea already knew him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's an old friend of Chelsea's. Okay. Now, we want to explain. Oh, bracelets. Bracelets. People might be having bracelets this week. I think Miss Rachel Smith. Where is she?
Right here.
You did your challenge. Come up, please. Layla Gaffney, is she here?
Nope.
Mackenzie Gallagher? No. Michaelin?
Nope. Nope.
Ryan Zeno, Ryan Sauer, Sarah Kodak. Did you do yours this week? Come on up. Yes! Which is a good thing.
I got mine the first time.
I got 2 million.
What?
You ready to get yours?
Anyways, we want to say congratulations to these young ladies. They have been here for 5 meetings at least and done 5 challenges. So for those of you who don't know about the bracelet policy, these fabulous bracelets cannot be bought in any store or even here. The only way that you get them is to come 5 times and do 5 challenges, okay? And they are wonderful for snapping at yourself when you feel yourself getting out of control and not rising above. So it helps you to remember how to act. Hi, Jared. How are you?
Good. Why does it break?
Did yours break?
No. Not yet.
Don't break it. Okay? All right. So, now, who all did last week's challenge?
This dude.
Excellent. Stand up if you did last week's challenge. Oh, there are some of us who would like a prize for doing a challenge.
Dude, this is part of mine.
Pass the bucket to the people who are still standing. I need 2 helpers.
Right here.
Pass out one of these to each person on that side of the room. Pass out one of these. Do you already have it? Now, can I have quiet while the bucket continues? My helpers are passing out Rise Above tattoos, okay? Everybody gets one because Thursday, I want you guys to wear them in honor of Lauren, okay? Purple out on Thursday, where everything purple you can find, okay? I want to make a statement in honor of her birthday that you guys are committed to this group. Oh, trust me. I'm out there. Did anybody do the challenge and not get a prize? Okay. Yes, Jared.
Are we doing the first day?
That'll be for me to know and you to find out. Everyone get a tattoo?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh, look at at that. So much more quiet. I'm sorry, I just have a lot to do, so I don't like screaming at you guys. But I wanted to show you this really cool poster that Gina made for me to hang in Lauren's room. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. I think she posted it on the Rise Above page, but this is actually a poem that Lauren wrote, and she took it and put Lauren's picture all around it and everything, so I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's really special. It's got her writing and her picture, so we'll be hanging that up in her room. Also, we'll talk a little bit later about some other things that I would like you guys to help me out with that we're going to make for her room, because Brittany's going to be moving out soon, and it'll just be Lauren's room, so I want to make sure that we do it up right in there, and a lot of what I want to remember about her has to do with you guys. Okay, so I'll be telling you a little bit later what we're going to do with that. OSSB, who all went to the blind school yesterday? We had an awesome turnout. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
It was a blast, okay? I'm very sorry if some of you wanted to come and didn't get an opportunity. I did have to tell people no because we had like 35 people go and we could only have so many. So we had a great time. Met a lot of really, really fabulous people. If you guys think that you've got it bad, you ain't never seen anything. You go to the blind school and try to eat lunch with blinders on. Good Lord, it's hard. Let me tell you. So I need to say, what? You didn't even do it. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. It had to take a long time.
I did. I just want to give a shout out to our blind friends at the school because they do that every single day and it ain't nothing but fun to them. So shout out. So last week's challenge, some of you heard me talk about the challenge, was we learned that laughter is the best medicine. And what we learned was to use humor as a way to sometimes combat bullying. And one of the second part of the challenge was to come up with a comeback that you could quickly use if someone makes fun of you. Did anybody do that part of the challenge where you thought of something that you could say if someone made fun of you? Yes.
I'm not fat, I'm just fluffy.
I'm not fat, I'm just fluffy. Okay. Katie, did you have one?
It's not appropriate.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Caitlin?
My legs turn in a lot, and like I'll walk to the side, and these guys were making fun of me. I was like, "Don't worry, I just have an excuse to trip you."
There you go. There you go.
Someone give me a hand.
Someone give me a hand. Okay. Anybody else? I told you what mine was last week, right? People make fun of me for being short. I said, you better shut up or I'm going to jump up and kick you in the knees. There's lots of funny things that you can say to take the pressure off sometimes when you are in a bullying encounter. Okay. Last week I want to report that we had 78 people here. But it's very much a blessing to me when I see that you guys are really committed to this group and that we have numbers like that every single week. You know, you guys are here every single week, and it means a lot to me. We had 8 newbies last week, and we had 34 people do the challenge. So.
All right.
Okay, so with that, the next thing I would like to do is turn it over to Brad, who's going to share his story with us tonight.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey.
Good. Hey.
I'm Brad. I go to school with most of you. Anyone I don't know, how you doing? How you been? And I asked Shannon if I could share my little story. But when I come to think about it, I've never really had a hard life. I got a great family. Anything I could ever want, dream for. I got so much going for me, I could go anywhere. With what I'm trying to say, does anybody know what the word confidence means to you? Alright, Kate, what do you got?
If you got it, flaunt it. I mean, you know.
It ain't nothing like a shake what your mama got it, gave you or something. Gotcha. Some are bought.
If you know, who you are, then embrace it.
Very well said.
I definitely embrace who I am. I'm one in a million. Like that kid back there. What's up, Chris? That's my dude.
Oh, there's Chris.
Oh my God, Chris. And I have a great deal of confidence with who I am and what I do. I do everything that I do. I think I do pretty well. You know, I give 100%. That's all I can give. And when it comes down to it, I'm not trying to say overpowered, but I do end up on the top because I work very hard to get there.
I'm sorry.
He's calling you out.
Go on.
But oh,
Okay, Miss Piggy.
and that's
Quiet, y'all.
but like it's really been different for me growing up from hearing all your other stories. I thought I had it bad. I did a lot of fun things, did a lot of dumb things. Come back and road band, break my paper stacks. I like money. I was used to that.
Very greedy with it.
And all right, I just want to, since she's on that note, what'd you get? What'd you get? For
You
your
gave me
birthday?
$8. Half of my
Brush that one off my shoulder.
$8.
Yeah, well, I kind of lied to a lot of you. I'm gonna apologize for that. This whole week, in the coming weeks, I've been focusing on changing my schedule at work, and I've been telling everyone that I was working. And Waylon, last Monday I lied to you. I told you I was working. I didn't work because I didn't want you to know that I changed my schedule. I didn't go to karate. I'm sorry.
I didn't need to go.
Oh. Trying to keep my soldiers alive, but like I felt bad because I lied to everybody, but it was for a good cause. I showed up. I was hoping you guys would already be here because I was on my way here. As you can, I can tell when I checked around. Kate Whelan was supposed to keep me updated.
You said if we left, we left. We didn't leave.
Yeah.
What do you think? But yeah, it's just really, really great to spend time with you guys. You're like another family to me. Rise Above means a lot to me. I'd like to help this maybe someday become a lot more than what it is right now in the garage. Maybe a corporation.
The corporation's got
And you guys got stamina. You guys stay alive. You guys keep your family coming back. You must be doing something right. You too. And the camera. And this guy, you guys have come out week by week and come say hi. I like to say hi to everybody. I'm a bit of a speaker. I have a feeling I was called Nate Holmes. That's right.
Not by my child. How dare you?
And I'm just glad everybody came. Sorry, Brittany. Love you to death.
That's out.
Welcome to the nursing home. And thank you for all coming. Thank you guys. Thank you, Shannon. Here's the dollar.
I want to say that just because Brad wanted to share his story, I'd like to know a little bit about each of you. And that's the reason that we share our stories, not so that we can come up here and try to figure out who's had the worst life. Okay? Because as you can see, Brad admitted he hasn't had a rough life. Okay? Some of you have, some of you haven't. Makes no difference. We're all a family when we come in here. And we're all on level ground, no matter what we've faced. And we're here to help each other, because there's not a single one of us in this room that hasn't had a problem at one time or another. And I also want to say hats off to Brad for admitting that he lied to some people, because it takes a big man to do that. So I appreciate it. Okay. Now, tonight, we're going to do something special in honor of Lauren's birthday. What happened to my computer? I'm sorry to erase this, guys. I love you too. I just need the boards. Tonight, we are going to learn Lauren's life lessons. And I called it this because a lot of these things, Lauren had these traits, or she tried to have these traits, or I wish she had these traits. But they are traits that I want each Rise Abover to focus on developing in their own lives. So we're going to start with Elle, and we're just going to write her name out. Okay, so I believe in her life, L stood for laughter. How many of you guys knew Lauren? A lot of you. She was a trip, was she not? She was wild and crazy and always having a good time and laughing. She did a lot of crying too, but probably a lot of you didn't get to see that, because she had a face that she showed to the world, and that was a face of laughter, goofing off, having a good time. To look at these pictures, she's probably goofing off in most of them. And I believe that you should never take yourself too seriously. We talked about that last week when we talked about using humor as a way to combat bullying. And that doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. And so we're here to learn some skills to put into our own lives, to learn how to combat bullying, not only just for that, but also to learn how to become better people. And I know that I, for one, love being around people who love to laugh. I mean, it's fun to have a good time. It makes you feel better, makes you look better, it makes people like you more, okay? So laughter should be #1 thing in your life. You know, each day when you get up, find something to laugh about, or you're going to have a really boring life, okay? There's always something to laugh about, even if you just look in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy today, and laugh about it.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Anything. I laugh at Ben every morning when he stands in the mirror. I'm sorry. He's going to get mad at me. And every week I use him for an example, and he's like, you're always bullying me. But I get on him because he stands in the mirror, and he fixes his hair like a girl sometimes. You know, like he'll stand there for a real long time.
Brad does that too.
He does it. Okay. So, Brett, you're not the only one, Ben.
Yeah, Brad does it too.
God has sexy hair.
Okay.
But laughter is something that you should try to incorporate into your life every single day. All right? A. Acceptance. I believe that Lauren was very accepting of most people. And this is a trait that I think is very, very important, especially when it comes to being a Rise Abover. Who knows what prejudice is? Does somebody want to share? Nick.
It's where you don't like a certain race.
Or not
like
just necessarily a race.
Or you don't like what that person does.
Right, because you could be prejudiced against someone who's gay. Or what else? Yes?
You judge people for what they are, not who they are.
Right, judging people, period. We don't have a right to judge anyone, do we? Okay. I've been trying to think of a good way to say this all week long on Facebook, and I haven't really figured it out, so I'm just going to blurt it out, and hopefully it makes sense to you guys. I noticed each week that we come, we have different people come with different disabilities. And some of our disabilities are outward, and you can tell, and some of them are not. And I think that each person has a disability, it's just some of ours are on the inside. Okay, so stop and think about that. Where is your disability? Where is your fault? Because everybody has them. Some people are ugly on the inside. Okay, so just make sure that you're thinking about something like that. Acceptance is learning to be accepting of other people no matter what your difference is. Okay? Realize that although our differences make us unique, they are not a reason to fight. They are not a reason to not like someone. Just because someone is not like me does not give me an excuse to disrespect them or keep them out of my friendship circle because I think I'm better than they are. Because none of us is better than anyone else. None of us. And it's really, really hard, I think, here, especially in Perry County, for you guys to get that. Because we have very, very few people of different races. You know, I mean, we have mostly white people. Children of the corn. Children of the corn. Lauren always used to say that, yeah. Okay? So it's really a lot in middle school so much. Lauren was faced with the fact that she was friends with Winston. You guys know Winston?
Yeah.
Okay, so Winston's an awesome kid. But she was friends with him, and not a lot of people wanted to be friends with him because he was different, you know? So I believe that a lot of Lauren's friends were different because she enjoyed different things about different people. And that's what you guys need to learn how to do. Just because someone is not like you, guess what? They might be interesting. And you're never going to know unless you take the time to find out and accept them for who they are. I believe that there's something inside of everyone that you can appreciate. You just have to look for it. Okay? So we're all part of the same race, the human race. And guess what? We're all the same color when the lights are off. Okay? That's right.
Yep.
Choose to bring others into your circle of friends rather than excluding them. Okay? If you're part of a group, we talked about cliques a long time ago. If you're part of a group that has a habit of excluding people, I think it would be in your best interest as a rise abover to exclude yourself from that group and say, you know what? It's not in me to not want people to be in my group because of any reason. Okay? Try to seek to include people rather than exclude them. All right? Because that is a form of bullying. Believe it or not, people, you are bullying somebody. If you have your own little group of friends and you don't let nobody else in, that's bullying. Okay? Bullying is not necessarily what you do to somebody. Sometimes it's what you fail to do. So stop and think about that. You. Unique. How many of you guys think Lauren was unique? Yes, she was very unique. Okay? Be proud of who you are. Just like Brad was up here saying a minute ago. Okay? Be confident of who you are. You're created to be different than everybody else on the face of the earth. So why would you waste your time trying to be like someone when God created you to be different on purpose? Try to take the time to be the very best you that you can be. Don't waste your time with all the rest of it. Okay? I know that, you know, I'm wearing the tie-dye like my friend over here. And we try to be like each other and everything, but we got our differences, you know. I have both my arms and...
What's that supposed to mean?
He's cool with it.
Yeah.
You cool with it?
You've been cracking jokes all day back.
I'm not. I'm using it as the fact that I love this kid to death, okay? Because he's comfortable in his own skin. And that's what I want you guys to learn from him. That's why I'm using him as an example, okay? Because you need to be comfortable with who you are. Nick needs to be comfortable with the fact that he's visually impaired, okay?
You have to use me as an example.
I'm using you as an example because you are who you are, brother.
Ain't that the truth?
You are amazing. Okay? Each of you are special in your own way. Trace. How many of you guys know that Trace has, what is it, autism?
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm ADHD.
He's
She's amazing. Love you, Trace.
and we all love Trace, okay? So each one of us is unique in our own way. Allie back there has beautiful red hair. Beautiful red hair. She's unique. Okay? I could try to dye my hair to be that color. It would never turn out that pretty. Alright? So each one of us has something to be unique about ourselves. Find what that is about yourself. Okay? And embrace that. And when you embrace who you are, others will too. How many of you guys know Hunter? Outside of here. How many of you guys love Hunter? Okay? Hunter has muscular dystrophy. But he's here, and he's cool with it, and he's friends with you guys, and he's an awesome, awesome person. And if you would take the chance to get to know him, you would see why the other people love him so much. Okay? Stop and think about how different we all are. It's awesome. And so many times you go to school, and I know you guys want to fit in. I know you do. Okay? It's hard not to fit in. But sometimes the very thing that sets you apart is what people admire about you. Like Allie.
Allie.
The back.
I wonder why it was so quiet.
Alright. Because that's one of the things that sets her apart. So R stands for right. Now, I want to say this in a couple of ways. This is one of the things that I wish Lauren would have spent more time, because I know that she did a lot of things that weren't right. But I want to impress upon you that you should always strive to do what's right, no matter what the consequence. Okay? It's not always easy to be right, or it's not always easy to do right, but it's always right to do right. And sometimes it's really, really hard. And I want you guys to know, what's going on back there?
Jared.
Oh. Do I need to sit you up front, Jerry?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
No, I don't want to.
Get up here. Thank you.
Make sure you get this.
I love you, Jared.
For the boss.
See, you guys can see Mama's cracking down tonight.
He's good.
Take his payback.
Don't be mad at me, sweetheart. I love you.
He's not.
Okay. I want you guys to know that it's always right to do right, okay? You need to listen to your inner being. Your conscience. Okay, we talked about that one time. Your conscience. What's your conscience? Your thinking, thoughts. The little guy on the side. Yeah, you guys seen the cartoon with the devil and the angel? Yeah, listen to the good one. Okay? That's your conscience, all right? If you're not sure about something, that's why we have counselors here. That's why we have group leaders. That's why we have mentors. That's why you have parents and grandparents and teachers. There are people in your life that you can ask if you're not sure about a situation, and they will guide you in the right direction. Okay? Not every person has all the answers. Matter of fact, nobody has all the answers. All of us are smarter than one of us. Okay? And if you're not sure, don't be afraid to ask. You want to do the right thing always. In the same way, right stands for standing up for your rights. Okay? One of the things that Lauren was really, it was one of her big traits, was she hated to see any kind of injustice. She was very upset about the Holocaust. She was very upset about slavery. She was very upset that somebody got in trouble for wearing holy jeans. Do you guys remember Holy Jean Rebel? Yeah? Okay. So Lauren was very upset about the fact that there seemed to be injustice in the world. All right. She wanted to right the wrongs of the world. And although you can't make everything right in the world, you can stand up for the things that you believe in. If you don't know what you believe in, or you're afraid to stand up for what you believe in, then you'll fall for anything. Okay? You guys know that I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I'll stand up here and tell you till the cows come home, okay? And I'm sorry if some of you don't believe in God, but I'm telling you what I think, okay? I stand up for that because that's something I believe in. I stand up for you kids because I believe in you. And if somebody ever comes and tries to tell me something bad about one of my Rise Abovers, I'll be the first one to stand up for you, okay? Because I see good in each and every one of you, and I tell you that every week. Yes, you do wrong things sometimes. Yes, I know that. Don't think you're pulling the wool over my eyes. I know you ain't little princes and princesses, okay? But I do know that each of you is valuable, and each of you has something good on the inside of you that I see and I appreciate. And I'm willing to stand up for that. What are you willing to stand up for? Think about it. Okay? R also stands for respect. You may not agree with others. You may not even like them. I'm not telling you have to like everyone, because you don't. But you do have to respect them. Why?
Because you don't know whether their last time there on earth.
That's not why. Good answer. What else?
The way you want to be treated.
Why?
Because it's just the way it is.
Alexis, why? I'm sorry, Brianna. My bad.
Because if you respect them, they'll respect you.
Not always.
Not always. Yes.
Because who wants to be treated crappy? You want people to treat you crappy?
Still not what I'm looking for.
What comes around goes around?
Yeah, kind of. Amanda?
You don't respect others, like you just respect yourself.
Yes. But you guys still aren't getting what I'm looking for.
We give up.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Because we're all human. We're all the same. And that gives us a right to be respected. Even if someone is completely 100% different from me, I don't agree with anything that they do, I still need to respect them because they are a member of the human race. God created each person, each member of the human race in His own image. There's something good inside of everyone, okay? You guys would do good to remember that. Anytime that you are having an issue with somebody or angry with somebody, stop and think. They're a person, just like me. We're not all that different that you want to think that you are. Okay? We're really not. All right, so next we have E.
Nope.
Encouraging. Okay? Be an encouragement to other people. I know a lot of times, there were people who had issues and they were crying because their boyfriend left them, or they didn't know what to do, and Lauren was always the first one to try to encourage them, to try to tell them it's going to be okay. Ryan just told me before the meeting that Lauren had encouraged him last year when he was going through a rough time. I bet she did that for a lot of you. I know that she encouraged me. There was a time that I was going through that I was in a depression and I would just cry in my bed. And she'd come and sit on the side of my bed and say, "It's okay, Mommy, it'll be all right." And just that little bit made me feel better. So sometimes it's not about you having all the answers of what to tell somebody. If you don't know what to tell them, that's okay. If someone's upset, a way to encourage them is not always to give them the answer. Sometimes it just means listening. Sometimes it just means giving them a hug. Sometimes it just means telling them, guess what? Tomorrow will be better. It may not be a lot better, but it'll be better.
That's what I think.
Well, and that's right. It's right, because how many of you guys, seriously, stop and think about that. How many of you guys are just in the battle of your lives and you're crying, you're carrying on, it's the worst thing in the world, and then you go to bed and the next morning you wake up and you're like, man, it's not that bad.
Fire.
I'll live. Okay, it's happened. Let me tell you, anytime you're crying your eyes out in the middle of the night, you're so upset, go to bed. That's the best thing you can do, go to bed. Because the next morning, it's not going to seem so bad. I promise you. Okay? So encouraging. Be encouraging to each other. That's a lot of the reason why this group works. Okay? Because when we're out there in the schools and there are bullies coming against us, we can come to each other for encouragement. If you don't have Rise Abovers right there with you, you got them on your phone, you got them on Facebook, you could be talking to them right away and say, so-and-so saying this to me, what should I do? Help me out. And there will be, I've seen it, guys, I've seen it. You post something on Facebook and immediately 5 or 6 people are right there. Man, I'm with you. You're all right. You're never alone. Don't worry about it, And you guys are great at being there for each other, okay? That's important. Don't fight amongst yourselves. We're here to help each other, all right? Okay, so last.
Don't you even say that.
Never give up. There are times that life's going to throw you a curveball. There are times that you guys are going to think, it cannot get any worse than this. I just can't do it anymore. Let me tell you a little story. This, about 22 years ago, I was pushing out a baby. And let me tell you, it was hard. And I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed for like 2 hours. And I could not get the stinking baby out. Did not want to come out. And then finally, I was just like, I give up. Never mind. Forget it.
You could just stand there.
Just forget it. Yeah. I gave up. And I said, I don't care what you're going to have to cut it out of me. It's not coming out. I'm done. I am so done. And they kept telling me, just one more push, one more. And I'm like, no, you said that an hour ago. I don't have anything else. Okay? But when I finally gave up, and they said, I promise you one more. I was like, all right. And I tried it one more time. Brittany Nicole was born into this world.
First story ever.
up. Ever. Okay? No matter what happens to you, never, ever, ever, ever give up. And never give up on each other. Okay? Even when somebody lets you down and you think, man, this person has been so mean to me and I am just so done with them. You know what? One more chance. One more chance might be something that somebody just said. One more might be all it takes. Don't give up on people.
He gets the point.
Sometimes the best you can do is to stand your ground and not give an inch. And sometimes somebody's going to be right up in your face and all you can do is just stand. And stand for what you believe in and don't give up. People are going to respect you for standing your ground. Okay? That's what I mean by never giving up. Stand your ground, know what you believe in, and don't back away from it. Okay? You also need to decide what's important enough to stand up for. Some things, it's not worth the fight, people. I mean, if you're like, well, I'm really going to stand up for the fact that I want pizza tonight and my mom won't listen to me and I'm not backing down. No, that's not what I'm talking about, okay? That's not worth it. Okay? But when I talk about the fact that you're going to stand up for your rights as a person, to refuse to be bullied, okay? When you're going to stand up for the rights of each other, that you refuse to let each other be bullied, okay? When you're going to stand up for what you believe in, whether you believe in God or Buddha or anything like that, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you believe, if you believe it in your heart, you better believe it enough to stand up for it, okay? You guys get that? Good. All right, so now we get into, we're going to break into our small groups for just a little while because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys each a letter from Lauren's name. There were a lot more things that I could think of that I didn't have time to teach on. So, it's your job as a group, if I give you the letter L, to come up with another word that you think should be indicative of a rise abover. Something that we should instill in ourselves, okay? It can be a trait that Lauren had or not, but it needs to be a trait that you guys think that you need to have, okay? Now, I'll break you back into your groups and let you know who's in whose group, because I know we've only done it a couple of times.
Brad's mad at me.
We did it once.
I'm in Ben's group.
No, listen, I want you guys to know this, okay? On purpose, you are not with your friends or relatives, okay? On purpose, I did this on purpose. You know why? Because
They're distractions.
no.
Because
Because we come to Rise Above to make new friends. And you guys come with somebody and you sit by that person the entire time and you sometimes don't talk to anybody else and then you leave.
I sit by everybody in different.
That's you.
Yeah.
Not everyone does that. Okay? So what I have decided that is best for this group right now is that we break into groups where you don't have your friend or your boyfriend or whatever it is with you. Okay? You're by yourself with a group of people that you can get to know without any prejudice. Okay? You can get to know a brand new group of people. And believe me, I've done this before. I know it's uncomfortable at first, and you don't like it, and you don't want to talk, and you pretty much hate it, and you hate me for doing it. But guess what? If you keep coming, and we keep doing this, I promise you, you will make new friends. And some of the friends that you make will be lifelong friends. Okay? I know. 4 years ago, I went to a weekend retreat, and they did this to us. They put us at tables with people we didn't know, and we had to go and sit with these same people like all the time. I didn't know who they were. I didn't care who they were. I was just like, I want to be with my friends. And I came out of it with my best friend. The woman who's been my best friend for the last 4 years. She moved to Florida. We're still best friends. Because someone put us at a table where we didn't know each other. So trust me. Trust me on this, okay? I know it makes you uncomfortable at first. You'll get over it. All right? Now, your challenge is going to be, I stole this from your mom, by the way. I want you to bake a batch of cookies or something along those lines and give it to a neighbor. Doesn't matter which neighbor it is. One of your neighbors this week. And And if you don't know how to bake cookies, bake them a turkey or something, okay? Just trust me. These people over here that live on the other side of me, I've lived here like 9 years. I've only talked to them maybe twice, okay? Make it somebody you don't know. And you don't have to say anything other than, hey, I'm your neighbor. I just thought it would be nice to meet you. Hope you like cookies. Go to a different neighbor. Then you pick one. Doesn't matter who. Yes.
Like where I live, my neighbors are like really cautious. Like, why are they giving me something free? Like, what did they?
Take your mom with you.
I'd rather not.
Then take a friend with you. Take me. Yes.
I know absolutely there.
It doesn't matter. If you know them, that's fine. Just pick one. Yes.
What if our neighbors have really?
Don't go to one that has a mean dog. Go to a different one. Any other questions? If you are younger, please take your parents. Okay? I don't want anybody getting abducted. Alright? If you're younger, take a parent with you. Now, challenge part 2. Challenge part 2. Thursday, day after tomorrow. Purple out. Wear your purple tattoo that I gave you. Okay? And I want you guys, do you guys remember Sparkle? Yeah. Okay. I want you guys to do Sparkle as many as you can get on Thursday for Lauren. Okay? I know that would be the best way to honor her, is knowing that you guys are out there doing things good for other people in her honor. And that would really, really, really make me happy if you guys could fill up your hands with sparkles. Okay? For those of you that don't know what sparkles mean, sorry, I taught this a couple of weeks ago. Spark means start practicing acts of random kindness. And then we add an LE on the end for Lauren every day. And what you do is you just draw a stick on your hand. And for each time that you do a random kindness to someone, whether it's open a door, tell them they look pretty today, give them a batch of cookies, whatever it is you do, you add a spark to your sparkler, okay? And I want to see how many sparkles you can get on Thursday. You guys think you can do that?
Of course.
Okay, that would be great. Now, we are going to, oh, I forgot. When we break into our groups, not only do you have to come up with something that is for your letter. What?
Can I have another tattoo?
Here you go, Bobby. Not only do you have to think up something that begins with the letter, something different than mine, but this is the fun part. When we all get back together, you have to act it out. Okay? So, yes, Josie. Okay. That you can wear purple? Are you allowed to wear your, just maybe put a tattoo on you that will be purple? Can you do that? Or wear purple socks or a purple necklace or a purple arrow or anything like that? See what you can do. Okay? Don't get in trouble or anything. Alright guys, now. Time out. I need to rattle off the teams. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 of our teams either into the house or outside. I guess into the house because it's dark now. Okay? So I'm going to ask Angie, Amanda, and Gina to take their groups in the house this week. Okay? And please, 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 so that I don't get in trouble, make sure that you take off your shoes in my house.
Yeah, Ben.
Gina, go ahead. Stand up first.